I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Now this is a paid request from Tony. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, review, re-review, topic, reaction, randomness, out of the blueness, pretty much anything, feel free to send it directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And if you're wondering why I'm not more mad, probably will be soon. But the reboot of Wrong Turn, which why is this called Wrong Turn? It's from the same writer, Alan McElroy. I know people don't say, well, the original is not really a classic. I really enjoyed the original Wrong Turn. The original Wrong Turn I saw in the theater in 2003. Rather enjoyed it. Inbred mutants with the work by Winston and his effects. I liked Eliza Dushku. I liked Desmond Harrington. I liked those characters. Desmond Harrington seemed like a badass. Eliza Dushku, that was a better actress. And yeah, there's not much to her character, but just I liked her as an actress. The movie was a brisk hour and 20 minutes with some pretty decent set pieces like the escape from the Watchtower and some cool kills. And I get that you don't want to do a Xerox. I like Wrong Turn 2, but Wrong Turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, how the fuck many there were, didn't care for them. I like the first two. I like the first two Wrong Turns. After that, I thought they sucked, in my opinion. And I would put this above Wrong Turn 3 to wherever because there's some decent cinematography. Matthew Modine's in the film. I actually don't mind his character, who plays the father of our lead. I kind of wish he was the lead, honestly, because, I don't know. I don't mind Matthew Modine. I thought he did a decent job here. Is this the worst movie ever? No. Even the acting, I don't know if I would say the acting is bad. I would say the writing makes the characters snobby at the beginning, kind of unlikable, a little bit annoying, which I know some people go, well, what's wrong with that? These type of films, of course the characters are annoying. It's not the films I see. Tremors, slasher films, Elm Street 3, I like the Dream Warriors. Elm Street 4, I like Lisa Wilcox as Alice. Even Dan and Alice's brother. I don't mind the characters in part 4. I didn't find them annoying or obnoxious. Here I thought the teens were obnoxious when they go into a bar at the beginning and the guy's like, you don't look like you're around here. And then the one guy's just talking shit for, oh, bumfuck, what'd you say, boy? You guys never worked a real job. And even the girl, yes we did. Me. Shut the fuck up. Even if you want to be top dog of douchebaggery, maybe if you're in a redneck bar, don't talk shit. You eat something called humble pie, and you shut the fuck up. Tough titty. Sometimes that's how the world works. Whether you think that's a ego, or strategy, or just common fucking sense. So the characters I didn't give a shit about. I don't know if I can blame it on the actors. Might even blame them more on the writing. I didn't give a shit about them. But I was asking before, I understand you don't want to make it Xerox. But, like, this would be like if I did a remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street, but I made the film Dreamscape. How's this a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street? Well, there's dreams. No, if I did a Nightmare on Elm Street remake, but I just remade Dreamscape. Or The Cell. Remember that movie, The Cell? Which I enjoy. With Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn. If I made that movie, but I called it A Nightmare on Elm Street, people go, what the fuck? There's dreams. There's someone in the dreams. It's a nightmare. People go, what the fuck? But even that has... The Cell has more in common with A Nightmare on Elm Street than this does with the original Wrong Turn. The only common is they're in the woods. Okay. If I Madman and called it a remake of Friday the 13th, even that would have more similarity. Nothing about this is Wrong Turn other than it takes place in the woods. So they're cashing in on a name that only a few people will know. Because it's not like Wrong Turn. Yeah, it got a lot of direct-to-video movies. But it's not like Wrong Turn is in the realm of Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Sorry, it's not. And I like the first two Wrong Turns. But again, it's not like they're this big blockbuster moneymaker that we gotta make a reboot remake. And the first film isn't even that fucking old. It came out in the 2000s, for fuck's sake. And so the people who are going to see this are the people that probably have an inkling of Wrong Turn. Or I guess they thought, well, if you never heard of the film, again, Wrong Turn 7, whatever, came out like 2 days ago. But I mean, you know what I mean. Even people just to make fun of it, they know some of those sequels. Or they've heard of it. It's like, no, I've never watched it, but I've heard of it. So, they're banking on the name to make an easy buck. That was a piss poor decision. Because the people who like Wrong Turn, they don't go watch it. They don't go, what the fuck is this? How is this Wrong Turn? The people who don't like Wrong Turn, maybe they'll like it as its own movie, but then they don't know why the fuck is it called Wrong Turn. And it's from the same writer. It's like... But then I'm like, okay, take that aside. It's bullshit. But take that aside. If this wasn't called Wrong Turn, if it was called whatever hell title, would I still like this film? No. Because again, the characters are unlikable. Even in the first film, I liked Eliza Dushku and Desmond Harrington. I even liked some of the people in the second film. Like Henry Rollins. I thought he was a badass. I even liked some of the teens because Wrong Turn 2 tried to play with expectations on who you thought would survive. People you thought would die. They are the ones who are the leads. I'm like, oh, that was interesting. Playing with my expectations. Not really the case here. They came off as snobs. They didn't care about their fate. The only person I didn't mind was Matthew Modine. He appears in the first 5 minutes and then he doesn't pop up till like halfway through the film. I would prefer his character to be the main star. Also, this movie is way too fucking long. A Wrong Turn movie does not need to be almost 2 fucking hours long. It's 1 hour and 50 minutes. The first Wrong Turn was 1 hour and 20 minutes. Boom, brisk, in and out. Thank you, ma'am. May I have another? Thank you, man. Thank you, ma'am. Whichever fucking ball game you want to play with. I don't care. But a Wrong Turn film doesn't need to be almost 2 fucking hours. Especially with a storyline that's more The Village. And it's more The Village and The Wicker Man than fucking Wrong Turn. The direction was meh. There was nothing special. Even the original film, the director Rob Schmidt, which sadly he didn't do much after this. He did like 1 or 2 other films and he disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. I guess Wrong Turn, when I saw it in the theater, no one was there back in 2003. They made enough money on video that they did sequels. And I think he did 1 more film with Eliza Dushku, and that might have been it. I think it was called The Alphabet Killer, or I forget what it was called, honestly. But it's too bad, because I thought, he did a decent job with that. The way he shot the mutants, and certain sequences, like when the 2 characters are talking, all of a sudden, boom, there's an axe right next to the guy, which you see in the trailer. But I thought, wow, I like the way that played out. And the finale at the end, explosive finale, more so than this. How he directed the watch first deep, where the characters have to jump in through the trees, and the way he directed some of the kills, like the one person that just cut like this, and yeah, some CGI that doesn't work, 2003, but the idea of the way it has the camera, the top half sits there, but the bottom falls away. There's nothing much to this fucking direction. The villains, they're a cross between the Wicker Man and the Village. I'm sorry, for me that's a step down from the crazy mutants by the magic of Stan Winston's effects. That granted went down when the sequels happened and you didn't have Stan Winston. This is an unneeded reboot. Could have easily been called any other title. The 1998 Godzilla film has more to do with Godzilla, and John Carpenter's The Thing has more to do with The Thing from Another World, because at least the 1998 Godzilla was about a giant goddamn lizard in a fucking city. Fucking shit up. At least John Carpenter's The Thing was about an alien. Like The Thing from Another World is about an alien. At least the Blob remake is about this Jello ready to kill you, just like the original Blob. And I'm not against remakes. John Carpenter's The Thing, The Blob from 1988, 2 of my favorite films ever. I love The Fly. I love the Hills of Eyes remake. Really enjoyed the remake of Maniac with Elijah Wood. Night of Living Dead from 1990. There are remakes I enjoy. Friday the 13th reboot, I didn't mind. Didn't mind that film. I saw that in the theater. This one, they did a little bit more into the story. I forgot to write down the character's name, whatever. It starts with Matthew Modine looking for his daughter, talks to the police chief, other stuff, asking the town members. He gets warned, and then flashbacks. 6 people on this trip. There's a little bit of the political shit in this. Like they're changing the tire and the girl like, girl power. Not as much as other movies to an extent. But pretty much, to jump ahead, the bad guys are this group called the Foundation. How do I put it? They feel that America will fall apart, and when it falls apart, they'll come in and make America great again, or where the fuck it was. Which I'm sure you could look into that. I'm like, I don't even want it, because I'm fucking sick and fucking tired of doing that. I really fucking am. With movie. But anyway, the 6 people, of the 6 people, you have the white girl, her boyfriend who's black, 2 people who are gay, and then another couple. And they come off annoying. And people say, well, annoying kids are typical of horror films. No. I am tired of that excuse. I am tired of the excuse of people saying, well, it's annoying kids. Of course, it's a slasher film. Of course, it's a horror film. Are just not the fucking films I see and like. I'm not saying they all have every single character. I like the characters in Friday the 13th Part 4. Crispin Glover and the guy from The Last American Virgin. I forgot his name. I liked them. I didn't find them annoying. Okay, I like the Dream Warriors. Well, you want to talk about horror films? The Blob remake, Tremors, Leviathan is a horror film. You know what? I like these characters. Peter Weller, Richard Crenna, Ernie Hudson, Amanda Pays. And the list goes on. I think that's a lame excuse for shitty writing, or shitty acting, or both. Or I just have a different subjective opinion than others. If people didn't like Eliza Dushku and Desmond Harrington in the first one, alright. I did. I thought they were better than the people here. I like that Desmond Harrington was just a normal guy and got pulled into the situation. Kind of the more quiet guy, and then he was a badass. With actions than words. I didn't, whether it's the actors or the writing. And then when they get to the bar and they start talking shit about the locals. Oh, they do work real jobs. Yeah, just fan the fires of flame, please. I guess people don't have fucking common sense nowadays. Shut the fuck up. Please. Then they go to the woods, the 6 of them. This huge fucking rolling log that looked ridiculous. CG, and it looked ridiculous. Who the fuck launched this log? Godzilla? Team Con? It looked like the type of log Team fucking Con would launch in Constal Island. How the fuck did this group of people wearing ghillie suits like snipers would wear, and the fucking Matterhorns, they got this fucking tree that would kill Team Con if you hit it with them. And then even the Gore, like the Gore, they tried to do some Gore early on, and it's like then they kind of gave up. Because a log hits someone, and then you see an aftermath. Okay, looks gross. Someone's crushed against a tree. Look gross. I'll give you that. A chain trap drags someone. They find these people in ghillie suits. One guy thinks, you killed my girlfriend because she's missing, and kills him. And then the girl appears. And then like, you killed an innocent. That's the lead girl talking. Oh, you killed an innocent guy. And giving a lecture. I'm like, bitch, please. Suck my balls. Number 2, they're wearing fucking ghillie suits. Again, if you don't know what that is, it's like suits that were camouflaged with the woods. Again, snipers and other people would wear them. They had fucking horns. There was a chain trap that grabbed someone and pulled them underground. And you had a big fucking log. That doesn't happen every day. It's not like you don't go to the woods and just some random log as big as Godzilla don't come after you. And the same day this happens, you find these 2 motherfuckers that was also, after dragging someone, had them as if tied, as if they don't go with Luke Skywalker to the fucking Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. They're not Ewoks, they're not cannibals, they're probably fucked in the head. So get that in your fucking head. You fucking idiot. And this is our lead character. Fuck's sake. Go pair of brain cells instead of a pair of titties. Give a fuck. You don't think the big fucking log has something to do with them? So they get chased by people with arrows. One girl falls in the pit. They get caught. We got 4 people left. There's a trial. And then again, you find out it's a group of people like the fucking Village. Or the Wicker Man. And they have their own foundation, their own society out in the woods. Given a trial. You kill one of our own, so we bash your head in. So they bash the guy's head in. It's not as gory as you think it is. Like, the Wrong Turn had more interesting kills and more interesting shots. Like, there's a bit in Wrong Turn, the first one, the direction, where the camera will go into the keyhole to an eyeball, and you see in the reflection of the eyeball, and granted the effects are not the best, 2003, lower budget, but the intention, and then you see a reflection in the eyeball of someone cutting someone to pieces. Like, Rob Schmidt was trying. I don't see any interesting direction in this. I don't even know who the fuck directed it. Maybe a new guy. Well, I'm sorry, it didn't impress me one fucking bit. See, and that's where now the anger is coming in. Fuck's sake. Sometimes it's off the cuff with the anger, sometimes like a simmering boil. It's ready to explode on fucking face. So now there's 3 people left. The lead girl, her boyfriend, and the other guy who was one of the 2 gay guys. His hubby was the one crushed by the fucking tree. So they blind that guy with a hot poker. It's not as graphic as you think it is. It's her and her boyfriend. The girl offers her services to the leader. He accepts. So they leave him be. Cut to Matthew Modine. We're like halfway through this almost 2-hour fucking movie. I'm okay, Matthew Modine. Talks with this girl, local. Oh, this group in the woods. When America falls, a new nation will be built. That's what it is. They don't say make America great again. I guess a new nation will be built. I guess it's one of those things that, sadly in this day and age, you always have to be on your guard with you see between the lines. Yeah, I see between the lines. Just tires political shit. Like, what? Again, I get it. And also, another thing that pissed me off at the end, they make fun of the idea of the original film. Because someone goes, oh, they picked out a movie. Some inbred cannibal movie. Again? Jeez. I'm like... I know Alan McElroy, I don't think he was a fan of the original Wrong Turn. I'm sorry, man. I liked some of the movies you wrote. Halloween 4. Rapid Fire. But you also... Didn't you also help write Spawn, the movie? Some of the other shit? And this... No, I'm sorry. This... It was too long. It was tedious. It was boring. I didn't give a fuck about the characters. I don't think the kills were that interesting. Yeah, the aftermath of the body being crushed to the tree. Other than that, not really. So Matthew Modine's looking around. And he doesn't get... He's with hunters. They get killed easily. Then Matthew Modine gets knocked out. Then he gets shot in the arm by his daughter. But it was a trick to make them believe she's with them. Gets her dad out. I'm going to spoil it because fuck it. In case people who don't want to watch it, but they want to know what happened. She pretended to be brainwashed, but her boyfriend really is brainwashed. Boyfriend stayed behind. They run around the woods. They see the friend who got the blinded. Shoots him, puts him out of his misery. They kill a few. Mainly the girl kills a few as if she's fucking the girl from the Hunger Games with the bow and arrow. The town folks do come in and help them. That was a nice surprise. Because usually they're the ones that with the bad guys, or oh, they don't get killed. Nah. Matthew Modine doesn't do a whole lot, but he does a little bit. He stabs someone in the back with an axe. He shoots someone. Granted, really fucking bad CGI, like a head explosion, but it's horrible CGI. That's probably why it goes by so quick. Okay. They leave. They're at home. That's where you get that joke. Oh, the boys picked out an Inbred Campbell movie. Again? Jeez. Then she goes home to like her mother or sister. The ritual leader is there with some others. She agrees to go with in the camper so that no trouble happens. Then the credits roll. But then during the credits, the lead kills the people kind of off screen. Like the camper's going away. It swerves. The ritual leader comes out and the girl like kills him. Oh, and then there's this little girl that was with them. She takes the little girl and I'm like, why? Fuck the little girl. Why do I say that? Because earlier in the film, she stabbed one of your friends in the fucking leg. Like the guy had the girl... Yeah, the guy had the girl with a knife to her throat. I hate to be that guy, but look where you're at. You're in the middle of this fucking situation where these guys are ready to murder you. These crazy fucks. And then this girl was obviously willing to fucking kill him and stab him in the leg. I don't really consider herself a fucking innocent, but apparently this lead girl does. And the movie does. She wants the girl back to her home, and that's the ending. So it's not a downbeat ending, but I don't give a fuck. Because I don't give a fuck about this movie. I know there are people who enjoy it as a movie on its own, not a Wrong Turn movie. I'm like, but it's called Wrong Turn. It's like how some people hate Godzilla 1998. I like that movie quite a bit. But to me, not only is it a shitty Wrong Turn film, but even on its own, I think it's a shitty movie. Not the worst movie ever. Yeah, Matthew Modine, not bad. Cinematography, not a bad looking film. But I don't think the plot is as interesting as other people made it out to be who reviewed it. Sorry, Brad Jones Cinema Snob, I disagree. I don't think this is a better movie than the original. I think the original kicks this movie's fucking ass. To agree to disagree on that. Not like you'll ever see this, but agree to disagree on that. And characters I don't give a shit about. Wasn't even that gory. I'm sorry, it wasn't that gory. Go watch the beginning of Wrong Turn 2, where a girl gets cut in half like this, is gorier than anything in this movie. That's one scene in Wrong Turn 2. I'll watch Wrong Turn 1 and 2 before watching this again. I have no reason to watch this film again. I watched the Hills of Eyes remake. It's a better remake. Yes, that falls to the realm of a good chunk being the Xerox, but the third act, I like the first two-thirds of that film, despite it being similar to the original. But the third act with the badass, almost like Man with No Name crossed with horror, gore movie, I was a sucker for that. I love the Hills of Eyes remake. And when I didn't shave my head, I kind of looked like the guy from the Hills of Eyes remake. I even had the shirt that looked just like it, the one he had. But anyway, back to this. I don't remember anything about the score. This is just a lame, fucking boring movie. I don't know what else to say. So, with that said, we'll see you guys later. Wrong Turn. More like wrong fucking idea. Later.